My name's AJ Hashman. I'm the co-owner of At Home Agent Stixx, and I also own Ashcar Photography, and I also host events here in the Colorado area.
Take us back a little bit. Tell us how you came to be the owner of, the co-founder of Stixx and your photography business and doing events. How did that all kind of start?
So right around 2006, I saw a lot of things happening here in Colorado that were really cool and interesting. And the medical cannabis world and industry was starting to kind of create itself. And I knew that I had some unique skill sets in that industry, but I never thought that I'd be able to utilize them, or that it would be legal to the point of being able to get these types of products out to the masses. So I kind of laid low and waited until 2009, when Obama decided to say that medical cannabis wasn't going to be prosecuted on the federal level. And at that point, I was pretty excited about it. And me and my best friend of 13 years had talked about it many, many times, that if that ever was to happen, we'd love to be caregivers and get a grow going, because I had grown for 13 years already and had a lot of knowledge with hash and growing and edibles and things like that, just from personal experience for the whole beginning of my life. So we decided to start as caregivers. We had about 35 patients that we went and signed up and were there with for the doctor's visits, and would provide them with medicine and everything like that. And we started growing and making hash. And once I kind of put my hash making services out there to people on Craigslist and places like that, we got some big clients that were just blown away by the type of water hash that we made, because no one had really seen it except for in Amsterdam, where I helped bring it to them long time ago. So essentially we utilized our techniques that I had known for years to make really clean, really nice, very tasty, separatable water hash. So into different grades. Sort of our signature grades are floaty head high, neck and shoulder numb, mid body, couch lock, and sleepy time. So, and that's all based on the types of glands that you pull out of the actual plant material. So I utilize that knowledge to essentially start producing these different types of hash for different growers and for us. And we realized that the hash was a much better route to go than the actual growing, because it was a lot less labor intensive. And the growing, you're waiting 9 months before you have anything, where the hash, we can take in product that someone has already spent their 9 months growing and turn it around in a couple weeks. So we started focusing more on the hash side of it, and an edibles company started hearing about us, Keith Cole at the time, and they came to us and said, "We want your waste product." We were like, "Okay, we're not doing anything with our waste product. Give us soda and we'll give you our waste product. Give us your final product and we'll give you our waste product." And then we're like, "Okay, cool." So we started doing that with them for a little while, and I started giving them little tips and pointers because I started figuring out what they were doing once they started giving me the end product. And I was like, "All right, well, you guys should do this and maybe adjust that and change this a little bit and do that." And they came to me and said, "We want you to be our director of infusion." And I said, "Okay, well, that sounds like a cool title. I'm down with that." So we went in there and we made hash for them and refined their product over the course of 11 months. Brought them from 72 dispensaries to 350 plus dispensaries with the quality of the product, and me being essentially the face of the company and out there at all the events and starting my own events too. That's where the events started. So started my own events when I started working with them, because I was like, what better way to get a beverage out there than to have a bunch of people hang out and try it? So that's exactly what we did. We just made sure everyone there was a red card holder and a patient, so that we weren't breaking any laws. So we took that route, started having events, built their company up, and truthfully, as the industry is sometimes, they got pretty shady and turned on us and said, "You're not worth your paycheck," essentially. And we were like, okay, because they thought they could fire me and keep my best friend and business partner, who was the one that was making all the hash at that point, on because he needed a paycheck. But instead of letting them back us in a corner, we both left together and we started At Home Baked. So, with a small investment from family, we decided to start this company. And because Jay, my business partner, my best friend, had actually shot out of bed about 4 months before with the idea, take and bake. No one's doing take and bake edibles. I was like, you're right on. Let's figure out what we can do and go from there. And he's got an extensive baking background. And, I have the hospitality and marketing and promotions and public speaking background. So we were like, all right, this will work great together. So we refined the at-home baked idea a little further. We got boxes made, we got everything lined up to get it going. And then we found a kitchen space to be able to do it in, which when we first started, it was actually Caregivers for Life. Was our first kitchen, and we had the whole basement in that dispensary as our kitchen, and just essentially went from there and took the very basic idea of take and bake brownies and evolved it. I mean, we had our take and bake brownies to start, just sativa. Then we came out with sativa and indica. Then we had sativa, indica, brownies, and blondies. Then we added gluten-free brownies as an option. Then we actually made our first move to a different location where we teamed up with a different MIPS, and we also started working on Stixx, and we even started working on our topical way back when. And then just in the last year, we have moved to another kitchen, AMA, which is a wonderful place that we basically call home now. And, it's very mom and pop, very much how we are, pop and pop in our company, and just a really great fit. And so we've been there for a while now, and we've been producing, we went over there because they had recreational licenses also that they had lined up, where the facility that we were at did not have a recreational license lined up, and it was months and months and months out beforehand. So we were actually lucky enough to team up with them and be one of the very first recreational products on the market with Stixx. And we've been in it since the beginning of the recreational market and grown from there. These are Stixx, medicated pixie sticks. It's essentially a water hash infused sugar stick that you can cut and you can dose however you'd like, and it's absorbed sublingually, so it's the most effective way to get THC or CBD into your body. And it's made with water hash, so it's the cleanest, purest, best form of THC to put into your body. There's no solvents or chemicals used except for water. And then our most recent project is our topical spray that we just came out with. It's made specifically for arthritis and inflammation. It works amazing. I've been working on it for over 14 months. Even in the kitchen that we were in before this kitchen, I had started doing research on this because I had seen, we were with Apothecana, and I had seen all of their topicals and the good pieces and the bad pieces of them, and thought to myself, you know what? There needs to be something different out there, because they have interesting, wonderful, unique products, but there's a big area that's missing, which is the fast dissolving, quick relief topical, and that's what we developed. Especially for arthritis in hands, for people whose wrists bind up, tendonitis, any of that kind of stuff. And I mean, it can smell. Doesn't smell bad at all. It's not even really gender specific. We tried to get it. It's very, very interesting and almost holiday-ish smelling, with cinnamon and things in there that are also very good for your body and very good for your skin. So, and it's gone. I mean, you can. There's no residue or residuals or anything left behind, and that's one of the biggest things that we didn't like about the other products. So really, we've just kind of grown and evolved and taken it from one step to the next step to the next step, and we're really proud that we're the one company that's always used water hash and never went to solvents or chemicals. And that's kind of what we pride ourselves on, and what we hope to bring to the rest of the nation and the world.